right. All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Come on, the apostles and elders in New York, GMS. Salutation to Yahweh on the world that's teaching the truth. All right. Shalom to you, serious Aqua. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, not Jewish. All right, because the word Jew, ish, break down something like a Jew, got the suffix ish after it. All right, there's 12 tribes. All right, Jew, right. Judah, Yahweh, how you said it correct, but the Idris said it Yehudi, but it's Yahweh. All right, because there's no e sounding, u sounding character in the ancient Hebrew language, which is Abar, or some people say Abaria, which basically means from the past. All right, it don't mean to cross over, it means from the past. All right, because Sham's son Eber was correctly Abar, he spoke that ancient tongue that man spoke before, man. All right, so you know a lot of things happened this week. So there was like this U.S. scoffer on YouTube, and he was mocking the tribe of Gad, saying why they keep talking about a losing war. But Gad was just saying, remember this slaughter happened to us, this and that. So he laughed like, why y'all keep talking about bragging about losing a war? Well, it's okay for them to brag about the hologram and shit. Yep. All right. So you could give me that. No, it's talking about give me Psalm chapter 10, verse 7. No. What? Give me Zechariah 11 and 5.
This is the book of Zechariah 11 and 5.
Right.
It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Right. So who came over here and slaughtered the so-called Native Americans, man? All right. The Idumeans, Edomites, so-called white people, which also include you Jewish people, man. Because y'all the same. You like to think you're different, but you're the same red people, man. All right. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 28:51. How the eagle came over here.
It's Deuteronomy 28 and 51.
Right.
It says in verse 49, excuse me.
Yes, a lot before you add.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
Right, so it's far from the end of the earth, from the Americas to all the way back where we came from, man. And what that eagle represents, Edom, all right? It's a so-called white man, all right? Go ahead. Because the eagle proud as fuck, man. It's a proud-ass animal, man. It's a predatory animal, man. All right? It's proud as hell. Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And that's why they had like Israelite interpreters over here, the Moors and original Sephardi Jews, all right, which was so-called black men that spoke Hebrew, Aramaic. Aramaic is basically another dialect of Hebrew, and they spoke the other language. Why? Because they knew these people over here were the Israelites that about to speak so, man. All right, because all they cuss are the fringes, the borders are blue. All right, refugee cities and stuff, man. Circumcised their kids, right? All the Hebrew artifacts over here, especially with the name Yahweh on there. All right. Also, you can find a lot of menorahs, seven count. You can find like carvings of 7 count menorahs here, man. All right.
They said basically the oldest form of Hebrew is found over here in America, and over here this part of the world.
Yeah.
About the northern kingdom.
Yeah, it is, man. All right, it is. As a matter of fact, it's what's like Los Lunas, Mexico, man, which is written in Paleo-Hebrew. And you know, scoffers like to say, well, the Jews that came over here, some of the Sephardi Jews, the ancestors that came over here, they carved. No, they did carve it, man, because they weren't speaking Paleo-Hebrew, man. That language was unknown to Ariel. Most have put the spirit on. I think it was Ariel. The elders fuck correctly. Ariel. They brought that language, Lashma Kadash, was having the spirit to bring that language back, man. All right, somebody get Zephaniah 3 and 9.
Got the eagle precept if you want.
The eagle? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Obadiah 1, and I'll start at 3. Just talk about Edom. It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
Right, this is the clefts of the rock, man. All these buildings right here. Go ahead. Right, look, just like caves and mountains and stuff. Man.
Whose habitation is high.
Whose habitation is high. Go ahead.
All right. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Don't they say that America's superpower? Who could elf with us? who can bring us down. They think they can be taken down and stuff, man. All right.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
It's the eagle. All right. So you already got the eagle, American flag. You got the eagle, the postal office service. All right. The eagle is symbolic for him, man. All right.
All the Edomite nations.
His homeland, Mount Seir.
Mount Seir. Yep.
The Roman Empire.
Modern day Petra.
Yep.
You got his architecture is built up just like Rome.
Right.
Just like shit. That museum.
See, you go on LaSalle Street. It built just like
You know, and not only that,
Yeah.
and his where his inheritance was, his the land. You have the eagle, in the carvings of the clefts of the rocks.
Yeah.
I did a lesson. I did a lesson with I got that Facebook VR headset shit,
Yeah.
and they got YouTube VR. And then it's like visit places of the world, and then they had fucking Petra there. I'm like, wow! I went in that bitch.
You went to Esau crib.
I went to Esau's crib. I'm like, oh shit! And you see it just
Yeah.
as it's described. You see the holes in the rocks.
Hey, that's the spirit. Oh, eagle right there. Yeah.
The Lord putting their characteristics in the word.
Yep.
Even going back to ancient Rome, you had the Colosseums. If you look at Soldier Field,
Yeah,
it's
Soldier
a
Field down the
Colosseum.
street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had one too. They had one when I was doing watching the video off to the side. They had a fucking little a small little gladiator arena.
Right.
A lot of those plantation houses down south, they look like, they got the big columns, little big columns in the front.
Big old white houses and
Yep,
stuff.
yep.
Yeah.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 9.
Uh-huh.
It said, for them will I turn to the people a pure language,
Uh-huh.
that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent.
Right. And this is the pure language right here. Lashawan Kadash, the holy tongue, man. All right. You see the names. Yahweh. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh. Yahweh Shai. All right. So, all right. It's not this right here. This is Syrian script. It's not the ancient holy tongue. What happened? It went off. Oh, Satan got you.
Esau playing around.
Wow, man. He must got too hot for him, man. Wow.
Now it's back on.
All right, so this right here, the Syrian square script, this is not the ancient language. This is the ancient language right here, man. If there is no points, no pronunciation points or nothing like that on their stuff. And that guy named, what's that Idumean? Eliezer, what's his name?
Eleazar Ben Yehudi.
Right, Eliezer Ben Yehudi. He called himself reviving the language back.
Reviving.
Right, so he took a bunch of languages, just made a much system.
It's like
and
a dialect of German,
shit. Right.
but read with the Assyrian alphabet.
Right. Like, come on, man. That's not the.
It's
only
like it
tongue.
don't make sense because it's like for some names like you know how they say Yahweh, right? When
Right.
you look up Yahweh,
Right.
the Yah character, they pronounce it Ye
Yeah.
with the Y-E.
Yeah.
But then when you see Israel, Yasharallah, it's Yeshriel or Yeshriel. Like it has a
Yisrael.
whole different.
Yeah, they say
it's
Israel.
It's like
Yeah.
the same character, but one name is pronounced this way, and then another name is pronounced a different way.
Right.
It don't
No
make no damn
consistency.
sense.
When they say El, it's really Allah.
Yeah.
But that's not the Most High name, it's just a title, Allah. All right? Instead of them saying Allahayim, they say Elohim. And there's no O in the ancient Hebrew tongue, man. There's no E, no F. There's no F in there.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the I is silent.
The I,
The I is silent.
Oh, they say Elohim.
Some
And-
shit.
Yeah, I know they said because they said Allah in Assyrian script, even though that's not even correctly, man. There was no F. All right, it was Ah. Go ahead.
Psalms 119 and 1. I left, which it should be I. like you
Right.
said.
Aleph, that's a symbolic with the cattle symbol with the horns on it and stuff. Was equal to 1,000, number 1,000 and stuff. All right, go ahead.
Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord.
Uh-huh.
going to jump to verse 4. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments.
Right. So we supposed to keep these laws, statutes, commandments.
Where y'all from?
China.
So you'll be the daughters of Moab. In the Bible, the Holy Bible,
Yeah,
your father in the Bible is Moab.
Unless the Jew-
Unless they
This is my
Jay.
first time seeing this content. Never heard of
Unless
all the tribes.
some of our people live amongst the other nations, so you do have who we call ourselves Israelites, the children of Israel. We've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, so you are gonna have God's chosen people who look like the other people because we've been scattered through slavery to them. So it's all if you believe it or not.
Let me get that Isaiah 16:4.
Yeah, get that.
Okay,
one.
Isaiah 16:4. Let my outcast dwell with thee, Moab.
Right.
Be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler.
So we have our people that's among you, even though they look Chinese, their father's paternal land go back to the Israelites. Like for example, in Kaifeng, China, you got Israelites down there. They may look Chinese, but they still Israelites because their father's paternal bloodline go back to the Israelite settlers that came in Kaifeng, China.
So it's not always about the color of the skin.
Right.
You know, propaganda, they say, oh, they call the black Hebrew Israelites like we're preaching hate or
Right.
racism. No, we're preaching a seed line.
Yeah, some of your those Chinese actors in China, a lot of them are actually Jews.
Yeah, we know that.
See that? See, now you know what I'm talking about, right? You can't go on skin color and stuff. You know that?
Take a photo of the other.
You know one famous guy over here that everybody, he's known, he's a world famous martial artist. He revolutionized martial arts. Bruce Lee. And what's that big guy? Bolo Young, big cocky brother and stuff. He's an Israelite. All right? Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
All right.
All right.
And this is Isaiah 11:10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Paphros and from Cush.
The breast of Jesse is your house, all right? But the Most High gonna scatter, gonna grab his people that scatter all the earth, man. All right, go ahead.
Yep. And from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea.
And from the islands of the sea, man. You got a lot of Israelites in the Polynesian islands, the Philippines. Like last week, we had a Filipino family. Those were Israelites, man. All right, you had a lot of you had some Filipinos came the ship over here to Mexico and to Louisiana, man. I had read an old paper. It said 54 black slaves for the Philippines. Like, what they get? What? All right, the Britos. All right, go ahead.
I believe you got something.
Yep, one more.
Yes.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
The outcasts of Israel. Go ahead.
Yep. And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
All right, so you're talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Because you know niggas like to say only Judah was scattered. It's the stupidest thing. Because if you go to Deuteronomy 28, he's talking to all 12 tribes with the curses on them, man.
Right.
Not only that,
Right.
when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he went amongst the southern kingdom.
Right.
And what did he say? He said, I have sheep that are not of this fold.
Right.
You know, that was speaking of the northern kingdom tribes
Right.
that had already left during the split when you had King Rehoboam
Right.
and Jeroboam dipped off with the northern kingdom tribes.
Yep. But then you had Gad. They got stories of Yahweh Shai visiting them. Man. They got legit stories of Yahweh
Yeah.
Shai coming to visit them, man.
Kudakan or like some shit like that.
Oh,
Like,
Kuku Khan.
There's like-
that's
yeah.
Yahweh Shai.
there's like a whole bunch of them.
Quatazato.
They had like the serpent.
Quazaquato. Issachar is and stuff, cause you
Yeah,
know,
I think it's on here.
yeah, a lot of that's him. That's the
Right
symbolic
here.
for him, the serpent, wise serpent. Yeah, Quazaquato means basically wise serpent, man.
Right, and then what's that, John? Because it makes sense, because in John, the 3rd chapter, he's all like the Son of Man must be risen, like the serpent was in the wilderness. You know, the brazen serpent was like a representation of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
So he's likened unto that white serpent.
And Quetzalcoatl is the rich Quetzalcoatl painted a so-called black man. You know, cause you got a lot of scoffing in Issachar, man, talking about Quetzalcoatl. I said we work for Quetzalcoatl. I said we on the strict orders of Quetzalcoatl, whose name Yahweh Shai. Like y'all know y'all know who y'all basically scoffing at, man. Talking about I can't wait to come. I said, oh yeah, okay. Oh, you can't wait, huh?
Yep.
All right, so go ahead.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
For the four corners, it don't say the four corners except for America, except for Africa. It said for the four corners of the earth.
I got a precept. Perfect.
Go ahead.
I was holding it.
Go ahead.
James.
Let me bring this out really quick.
Bring that out.
This is Second Ezra, because we were talking about Gad earlier.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 13. Wait, is it 13?
Somebody came over here.
Yeah. Second
Go
Ezra
ahead.
13 and 40.
Right.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea the king, whom...
Okay, that's a demon.
It says, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters.
Over to their land. Go ahead.
And so they came into another land, which you can read that in the book of Kings. All right. I don't know. I think it's in 2 Kings, if I'm not mistaken.
And he said about he said something about the city where the rivers at and shit.
It says
go ahead.
41. But they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would lead the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
They had to be after they served slavery in Syria. Don't see the Most High let them out of slavery that damn quick. All right, hell no. All right, but cause they had, and then also they had to have it during the springtime. Cause during the springtime the river floods, and people talking about that like that. The rivers really flood.
And lets you know right here, cause watch.
Yep.
Where mankind never dwelt, 42, that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Right.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow path places of the rivers.
Yep.
And it says, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood.
The floods. Cause it was flood. It had to be springtime, right? Yep.
Till they were passed over.
Till they passed over, man.
And then it says, 45, for through the country there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half. Now when you go into Solomon, his navy, he sent he had a navy,
right?
And it took him a year and a half to get over here, and a year and a half to get back. That's why it was every 3 years they'll come back and forth, because that was the travel distance.
A year and a half, a year and 6 months.
Right. So this makes perfect sense right here. If they're going to go to this land from where we were at,
right?
It's the same. It matches the same 3 years, because it'd take a year and a half to get here, a year and a half to get back.
And also, that peacock is really talking about the turkey. It's not talking about the peacock with the beautiful feathers. It's really talking about the turkey.
It's indigenous to the Americas. And when you look up that word peacock in the blue letter, I believe the way you pronounce it is pronounce it as Tuki.
Tuki. Yeah.
Like the pronunciation of it.
Yep.
You know, so it makes perfect sense.
That's why Jake liked that turkey.
Hell yeah, they see that big ass bird, like, what the fuck is this? It's lawful.
It look like a whale.
Right, and then it says, and the same region is called Ashereth.
Right.
All right, which it's a land nobody dwelled at.
Right.
I mean, now don't get us wrong. We were coming back and forth here during the time of King Solomon to get resources and stuff, but nobody was really kicking it here, staying here.
Right.
But hey, that goes to show you, because they knew that way. How did they know that way? Because Northern Kingdom was coming over here too. Because they were during the time of Solomon, they were still there with the King Solomon. They didn't split until afterwards. So they knew the route. They're like, shit, It's the breakdown.
Because the Canaanites taught them those sea routes and stuff. So they had to come over here when the Canaanites getting enslaved. They had to come with them and shit.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
what-
there was
Not to
Jake.
stay here, but just to get the
I'm sure there was some Jake there with him.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, this is how you
You
get
know
there.
Jay knows, because our people knows his hell. You know Jay knows his hell and adventurous.
Can I go?
Can I go?
No, you said the Canaanites that came, basically, the
Olmecs,
Olmecs here.
yeah, the Olmecs, then those were Negroes, man, because a brother did a picture on TikTok, even though he disagreed, he don't believe he's an Israelite, he curses out and shit. And most I gonna get his ass. But he had a picture, the Olmec had an afro, then he had like a pick, like a regular pick, you do this right here, it was just like this, and it had the pick on there.
Right.
Alright, so hey man, those were Canaanites, man. And you got Issachar so called, they get so someone get angry and shit and say, no, that's not you, man. You're not the Olmecs. The Olmecs were Canaanites, man. You're not the Olmecs. Alright? And talk well, some people that look like them. Yeah, we could look like some people look like Olmecs, but those not the Olmecs, man. Alright, if you can't trace your father's bloodline back to the Olmec, you ain't no damn Olmec, man.
Right.
You can't name one of the kings, none of the people, you ain't no Olmec. Even Olmec, that's not their name. They say, like to say, well, the Southern Kingdom, y'all like to claim the Olmecs and shit. But hey, it was the Mexican government that said the Olmecs were so-called with the Hamites, man. It wasn't us. It was the Mexican scientists and the archaeologists said they was so-called black. All right, but those Olmecs, those Canaanites. Right, go ahead.
This is the book of James 1:1. It says, James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Just to basically show you that Judah was not the southern kingdom as a whole, was not the only kingdom that was scattered. It was the northern kingdom also. As it says, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, greeting.
Right, so you got Israelites scattered, they were scattered over, because majority of the northern kingdom was over here, but you had a few that stayed behind, because you go to Luke chapter 2, you see and the prophet, she from the tribe of Asher. Tobit was still over here. Because Tobit was Naphtali, he's going every year to Jerusalem and shit.
Even before, the bulk of the southern kingdom, came over here, you had the northern kingdom being separated, was that 1592, the 1492, I believe. Yeah. They was to be the first ones separated.
Yeah, even was the first ones
Spain.
to be carried over to Spain. Then it went to Issachar, so-called. That's got carried to Spain. Then it jumped down to Asher, Brazil, and all the stuff. They got taken down and stuff, carried to the other side, man. Because that's the biggest secret that the Northern Kingdom, the natives of America, was enslaved. They don't teach that in school, man.
Right, which was like about 100 years before, like the Negroes.
Being enslaved,
Because that shows you that goof ass 400 years is almost up, that bullshit.
That's talking
it's
about
like,
in Egypt.
I know that, but you know how they push that 400 years shit.
Right.
Well, shit. Northern Kingdom was in captivity on ships 100 years prior before
and you
the
Google,
Negroes.
You can Google that shit, man. You can Google that shit.
And they're Israelites.
They're Israelites.
So if that was the case, shit, Yahweh Shai would have been here already, which that the 400 years wasn't talking about over here.
And Esau didn't give a damn how you look. You could be light-skinned with slant ass or looking like so-called Negro, man. If you was going to slavery, man, Esau came over. He had those slave chains.
And that 400-year thing can be easily cut, talking about, us being delivered out of America. Because it says, no man know the hour but my Father in heaven only.
That's right. And then another thing said, if no 400 years to eat, we walked out with substance. We ain't going to walk out with no substance here. We going to be just being done.
Right, Yahweh Shai said,
don't get ourselves and we be on the kingdom.
Yahweh Shai said, remember Lot's wife. He said, don't look back. Don't try to go back into the crib.
Right.
Shit, we ain't going to be, we ain't even going to be leaving with these bodies. We're going to be changed.
We're going to be changed. Like, we gonna get that eat.
In a twinkling, we're gonna be changing the twinkling of an eye. Like,
we gonna get that.
Yahweh willing,
we gonna get that eat not breakdown.
We gonna get that Elijah breakdown.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get that Yahweh Shai breakdown because he said that we're gonna see him and we're gonna be like how he is.
Yep.
So we're gonna be like Yahweh Shai. We're gonna be changed.
Yep. The blink.
Yahweh willing, we're those men.
The blink of an eye, you'll be like, yeah, we gonna. What? Superpowers? Nah, be like 15 feet tall with a 15 pack.
I can actually get it. What's that? First Corinthians, the 15th chapter.
Yeah, we'll pull the 15 pack.
This is This is the 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right.
It says, neither does...
Oh, they also cut that angel can have sex doctrine too. In order to have sex, you gotta have a flesh and blood. Right, go ahead.
It says, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. It says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Meaning, sleep meaning die. We're not all going to die.
And when somebody passed away, they man transfer back to their spiritual body.
Right, and angels don't have sex. You know what else proves that? Melchizedek.
Yeah.
He was well, Yahweh Shai, before he was in the flesh, he was Melchizedek.
Yep.
Or whenever he came as Melchizedek, it said he didn't have a father or mother.
Right.
So
yep.
How did he came to be if angels have sex?
He was an angelic force.
Yep. He was the first spirit created.
Yep.
It says, but we shall all be changed. It says, verse 52, it says, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. All right, with these new bodies, we're never going to go off again.
Nope.
Under the second covenant, we're never going to go off again.
Yep. And you ever see the old He-Man cartoon with Hordak? He got blown out his body. He had blown out his physical body and shit. He got his spiritual body and shit. All right, but it's gonna be like a blink of an eye. It's gonna be changed, man. And shit, man. Then some of us we gonna get decapitated. We gotta go through that. We ain't better than your house. Our rest of prophecy got persecuted and got put. But Esau gonna not get office like Esau think he gonna get like 99%. It's not gonna be that way.
Yeah, Isaiah 59:19, the Lord is gonna lift up a standard when the enemy shall come in like a flood.
Right. Yeah. Even you get your head cut off. I mean, nobody want to go through it, but you got to go through it. If it's written for you,
Fellowship of his suffering.
fellowship of the suffering, man, you got to go through it.
That's what we've been called.
Hey, Paul got hung upside down and decapitated. All right.
That's what we've been
I
called.
think,
But it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick, man, like that. Of course, your flesh, you don't want like, you're gonna be scared because you're in the flesh, but it's gonna be so quick, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them.
No torment touch. It's gonna look like you've been tortured, but not. All right, go ahead.
In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die,
Right.
and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
Right. So when Esau gets some of us, not all of us, he ain't gonna get a lot. He think, but those he gonna get, it may look like he fucked us up, but we're gonna be good. We're gonna be laughing at this shit.
Yeah, that's what we pray for. The Lord to put that kind of same spirit on.
Right, you gotta have that strong spirit on you, man. And don't be cocky shit talking about it ain't gonna happen to me, man. All right, because the hour of temptation is not called an hour of temptation for nothing. Somebody get the hour of temptation.
I got something real quick. You
All right,
doing
go
that?
ahead.
I got one more. Yep. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is there hope full of immortality.
Immortality, man.
Yep. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
Yep.
For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself.
If you seen that latest, I'm gonna call it the bullshit Thor movie, Thor, Thunder and Love and shit. Yeah, it was weak as fuck, man. Even though it's kind of entertaining, it's still weak, and then it got all. They had Zeus and shit, all that. Yeah, they done fucked up Zeus and shit all the way.
Right, Zeus got his ass beat.
Right, how the hell Zeus get beat, man? Like that, but anyway, when Jane when she passed away, she appeared in Van Holiday quick. She like woke up and she seen dude named the Viking, he's the Elder's character and shit, man. All right, so that's gonna be it's like a blink of an eye, man. Cause she was shocked. She was like, whoa, like the blink of an eye, man.
And the scripture talking about how the dead is going to be raised up first.
Yep, those that down in your house are gonna be raised up first, man. Be beat up on the chairs, man. That's gonna be quick as hell. But time is different. Time is different than the spiritual world. It's gonna be like you waking up like from a dream and shit, man. What you come from?
I got Psalms
Let them get that.
1:16 to 15. Precious in the sight of Yahweh is the death of his saints. So, Yahweh forbid if we have to die on this side for the word's sake, it's gonna be precious in the sight of the Lord.
Right.
It's an honorable death.
Right.
In the military you got honorable discharges and dishonorable.
Right.
Well, in the sight of the Lord, he's gonna see our sacrifice, because that's what Romans the 12th chapter says,
I
make your
just think about
bodies
that.
a
Yeah,
living
because of
sacrifice.
spirit,
We out here, like the elder Malcolm says, like risking our lives and our freedom to do so.
Hey,
You know?
that's an example of spiritual powers. But I'll think about the same thing. He brought it out. All right.
Why you in my head? Spiritual powers, huh?
Spiritual powers are. Go
I got
ahead.
a precept. This is 2 Maccabees 7, all right, and 14. All right, so this is the mother who had the 7 sons.
Oh yeah.
All right,
yeah.
that were slaughtered.
Yeah.
So this is one of the sons, 2, 7, and 14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, "It is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life."
Right? What is the
That's
scriptures?
the spirit we want to be in. We want to be in the spirit where the Lord put that spirit on you where you're not focused on the pain.
You
You
ain't
know,
gonna give a fuck.
you ain't gonna give a damn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We just want to make it over.
Shit,
Get that
Steffi.
crown.
Oh, Steffi, y'all think about that.
Why
See
you
that?
in my
Why
head?
man?
Using them spiritual
Those
powers.
powers.
Right. He
Hey, get that when
was
Stefan
eating
came out
stone.
his body. Get that scripture. Yeah.
And then another one in Psalm says what? It says, "Ye are gods."
Right.
All right. We are like lesser gods, Alahayim, like
Right.
divine ones, angels, rulers.
And the elect are angels.
Right. It says, "Ye are gods, but you will die like men."
Yep.
You know, so
Yep.
even if some of us do perish as a men, you know, as men do,
Right.
we're still the sons of God. We are still Yasharala, you know,
Yep.
princes of power.
That's what the word Titan is basically God. God like Titans. God like.
Demigods and shit.
Demigods.
That's basically what it is, right? Like a son of a child of a god.
Yeah. Right.
We're basically demigods.
Yeah.
And we're righteous ones.
We're royal son. What the happy ass, simple ass laugh at? Simple ass, simple kind of laugh. Look at that tight ass skinny nigga. Just all up his ass. And look how he walking twitching. Man. He got enough nerve to kind of laugh. Fuck out
Let
of
him laugh.
here. Jay so simple and shit. Alright?
He's laughing because he can't do this.
Right. Don't try to laugh at somebody you barely could walk, pants all up your ass and shit.
I got that.
Anyway, you back to this.
What
I
you
should
want
let
with
that
that
distract.
Stephen?
Oh yeah, bring that Stephen out.
What part?
He got stoned and he seen he got put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember to start with you stiff necked and uncircumcised.
You can
Yeah,
get
you
the
go.
you can
Okay.
get
Yeah.
All right, here
Just
we
like
go.
just like that nigga walking right there, stiff neck, uncircumcised.
Yeah,
Look how he
the
walk,
stiff
man.
ass boy with
He
that
like-
wedgie.
look how he walk.
he
Yeah,
gone.
he got a little sprinkle sugar up in his step.
He got sprinkles on his ice cream.
Yeah.
Sugar and spice.
So
That's
this
it.
is
All
this
right,
is
go
Acts
ahead.
7, and right before Stephen was stoned, all right. So he was rebuking Israel.
He was
51,
rebuking
7 and
wicked ass
51.
Pharisees.
Right.
He says, "Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears,
Right.
you do always resist the Holy Spirit,
Like that
as
nigga
your
just
fathers
walk
did.
down the street, Mr. Tighten the ass. All right, go ahead.
Ye
Go
do
ahead.
always resist the Holy Spirit, as your fathers did. So do ye.
Right.
Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted?"
And they want to put us to death, man. They could complain us all over social media sites in the neighborhoods, in our families, man. All right. One of my family members, my cousin husband said we should put Mike on the fire grill. That's what he said about me. He said we should put him on the fire grill and shit. All right.
That bitch ass Charleston White,
Yeah.
he was on the video talking about just round up all of the Hebrews, like kick them in the ass and hang them until they say we ain't
Well, you know
Israelites
what?
no more.
The gangster disciples, the Crips and the Stones and the Bloods gonna take care of him. But he built up a case. They gonna get his ass, man.
Oh, his days are numbered.
His days numbered. Or the shit he doing now, he might in a mental institution be drugged up and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause look, he making a case. He making videos. Look, he making videos. He insulting everybody. He threatening everybody and shit. You know, a video with a gun like this, and then he's conflicting. He's double-minded and shit. He say one thing, then you turn around and do a video. He said another thing opposite what he just said. So he a good case to look. Anybody got to sit there, put the phone, had the white coats come get that guy, pull him in the pad, man.
I did a video, especially on him.
Yeah.
Called "Vengeance Will Meet Me Like a Lion."
Yep. All right, go ahead.
All right. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted, and they have slain them which showed before of the coming of the just one,
Yep, y'all want to hear this word. Ain't no Israelite.
No, you're right, because the scriptures talk about the Israel of God. And then it goes in what's that, Romans 9, that says all Israel ain't Israel.
Yep.
So yeah, y'all are Israelites,
right?
But you're considered heathens,
right? Like
because you're too much into this world. You ain't gonna come into the truth, so you're considered heathens, even though you're physically born Israelites, but you're spiritually heathens.
Right? Spiritually, you the children of Belial, man. Right? Children of Belial, man. All right. Children of I think I said no. You're children of Baal, B-A-L. You're children of Baal, man.
But our people,
all right,
it's easy. It's easy. You know, our people love to claim Egypt and Ramatut and shit like that.
Right.
You know, they be easy to claim Egypt, but when it comes to their true heritage being an Israelite, you know, they deny that.
They deny
I'm gonna be in the spirit of mirth.
Yeah.
Because being in this truth, you have to have accountability,
right?
And that's kryptonite to these Israelite. Well, I'm not gonna even call them.
They don't want accountability because Jake, look,
these heathen ass Israelites.
Jake won't be in that black magic, that witchcraft. They want to sleep with other men, wives and shit. They want to sleep with the same sex they are. All right, they just want to be told, or they just want to be a destructive, gun-toting, knife, stabbing ass nigga, man. Jake don't want to be an order, man. Jake comes.
Here, I got a scripture for that.
All right.
I'm still in here. All right. It says, which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And
they persecute us up today, man. The black, someone calls black Hebrews like they know better, man. They're just doing this shit to vilify us. Yeah. Ever since that Kanye controversy, now they getting jealous and shit. Black. Because the Israelites getting the spotlight, man.
Getting that shine.
And they ain't getting shit. Ain't nobody hearing about that Egyptology bullshit, man. This shit played out, man. That's some 1987. After you say a speech, go get some McDonald's shit, man. Like, this shit played out, man. All right. If the Bible was placed from ancient Egypt, how come we not here prophesying the ancient Egypt language? How come we say we the ancient Egyptians?
I think it's in Zechariah or in Zephaniah. It says that they're gonna get fame in the land that they were put to shame.
Yeah.
So look, y'all can talk all the shit you want. What's that publicity? Bad publicity
is good publicity.
It's still good publicity. Because look, y'all can say we're rapists and we're the worst of the worst. Guess what? You're still helping us push the word out, because now people are going to inquire, and the men of the Lord are going to get that fame where we were put to shame.
Hey, who put YouTube on it, man? Hey, the YouTube they hit until the elders got on there, man. From Great Millstone, man.
The Lord had to build it up to get the views on it.
Right. Hey, man, if it was for the Hebrew Israelites, man, YouTube would be shit, man.
Through tube.
It'd be through tube, man. Because El Tar said he first did YouTube, people walking their dogs, putting the babies on there and shit.
Cats playing the piano.
Cats playing the pianos and shit. YouTube was whack. YouTube was whack, man. Then the Israelite came up, we turned it up, man.
Now, but through the Spirit, because how the apostles always say is like, Yahweh created the internet.
He did.
So, because you know how he in the scriptures it says that when men sleep, he sealeth their instructions.
Yeah, get that Psalms 119.
The Lord, right? The Lord said.
Psalms 119. The line going through the ear.
Right.
Yeah,
it says.
Yeah,
Psalms 19 or something. It says.
Psalms 119.
He sealeth their instruction. So Yahweh put this, just like it says he created the smith that blow up the coals.
Yeah.
So just like Yahweh put the spirit on these people to build these weapons, these nuclear missiles, he put the spirit on man to make the internet, to make YouTube, to make it to where we could push this word right here in Chicago, and it could be spread throughout the four corners of the earth. It was all through the Lord.
How did Chicago count? Love the truth. We watched the elders on the internet, and then we came together. We came together, called each other on the internet. We came as a camp, man.
And just to add, somebody said, I believe it was Ali said, the internet was the worst thing ever created.
No, it's the best thing to happen. It's the worst thing to eat from.
That was one of the Rockefellers and shit.
Yeah, get that Isaiah 47, the bare legs.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. See, talking about the worst thing. All right, go ahead.
This is Psalms 119:1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Right, so we hear day and night. Those cameras, those videos on live shows run day and night, man. Right? Because you got brothers overseas it's nighttime. Then
You get notifications. Somebody doing a video.
And then when you finish, the videos go back up and it plays. And then you got old ass videos from like 12, 15 years ago that people download, they put up and everything, man.
The brother, Captain Lee still prophesying on YouTube.
Yeah,
His channel's still up. He's
shut up.
still on the internet prophesying.
Yep. Masha.
Yep.
Elder Masha on there. The elders are elders. What's his father? I forget that name. Yaquaz, all them old school One West. They still prophesying the videos. Oh, Abba Bivens videos.
Shit, Nate old ass video.
Yeah, the real.
It's Yahweh.
The real Nate.
Right,
like
right.
the real Slim Shady, the real Nate.
Right. He's still that video's still up, and he was on point.
And he gonna let the
teaching
Yahweh. Yes,
Right, you know, so
yeah, so that's the Heavenly Father name, man, Yahweh. But I'm just saying how he said it. I didn't mean to, mock it the Most High, but he said it like that. He put that drama in it. All right. So Nate cutting himself on the internet. Every second, man.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not
it's
heard.
in Spanish. You got brothers in Latin America, brother here speak Spanish and Spanish. This is all types of languages, man. All over the world, man. You got brothers in Africa. Even in Africa.
Even in Japan, they had little pamphlets going out.
Yeah, little pamphlets going out, man.
Sign
languages and shit, man. All right.
Yep.
So ain't no excuse that we all know this truth, man.
Yep. And
Right.
with the new YouTube, you can actually put the closed caption with another language.
Right.
Yeah.
I've
seen that.
It's in the military. You got whole military units listening to us and shit. 'Cause I seen complaint on TikTok. They're in the military too. A whole squadron be listening to the Hebrew Israelites, man. This is just ridiculous. Shut up, man. Go ahead. So it's ridiculous calling yourself black.
That's right.
Fucking idiot. All right, go ahead.
Here's the point. That line is going out through all the earth.
Now the internet called surfing the internet. All right, surfing it, because really the internet's really not in the sky. It's really underground. The sea, no cables and stuff. It's not in the sky, right? But it's the internet's running cables and it's under seas and stuff. All right.
Right. When you search something, you type in www, World Wide Web,
Yeah.
and the web is a line too. There's a parable where Yahweh Shai said the kingdom of heaven is like one who threw a net out into the sea,
Right.
which that net, is like the World Wide Web. When
Yeah.
you see a net, it looks like a web.
Yeah.
And then it catches the good fish and the bad fish.
Yeah.
Which the bad fish are heathens and freaking
Two-thirds.
two-thirds. They get thrown out.
Yep.
But the good fish, they get kept and they get taken.
Matter of fact,
and that's what this word is doing. And we're like fishermen.
Yep.
We're fishing right now for fishing this word out to
Right.
the elect.
Right.
And we're gathering them up through this internet.
Right, so we ain't looking for you.
That's cold.
We ain't looking for you reverend
Lord,
niggas
cold.
who like
I
to
just got
scoff and
moved.
say we the Israelites. And we don't give a damn about you. We care about the elect and the 1/3, man.
That's why the scripture say, the sheep hear my voice and they follow me.
Right.
Well, they did hope for righteous
We ain't like this. Oh please.
Yahweh Shai ain't speaking
please,
right now.
Please 2/3 listen to us.
Right.
Change.
Right, like the
Yeah,
brother
we ain't
said.
doing no shit like that, man.
My
But it
sheep-
ain't meant for you.
Right. Like he said, my sheep hear my voice.
Right.
Right now, Yahweh Shai ain't speaking. It's the men that are out teaching that are speaking his word, which the scriptures is Yahweh Shai. He is the word.
He is the word. Man.
So they're ultimately not here. They're hearing us speak, but they're ultimately hearing the Yahweh Shai calling unto them.
Yep. Hey, that's why you I seen this chick on YouTube. She do voodoo and stuff. The
Oh
Gullah
my
Geechee
God.
people, ton of Gullah Geechee Levites and shit. He was talking about reading what do you say, the Kerbet Nest. I like, so you reading a book that's translated by Cush. That's about our book. Basically, it's a Cushite translation of our book.
What, the Ethiopian Bible?
Yeah, the Ethiopian Bible. I like, and then you had a Scarfield talking about not the black Hebrews. I clicked on there. She's bisexual and shit. That's why she don't like us, because she can't have that woman.
On
Right?
that rug.
Right, she can't vamp with that rug. All right,
Crazy about that.
yeah, that's why Jake don't like. That's why Jake don't like your Howard.
Oh, I got that scripture. It came back around.
I'm
Alright, go
gonna
ahead.
finish this out though.
Yeah,
Alright, go
yeah.
ahead.
It says, the words to the end of the world, in them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Yep. So the line is going out to all the earth, and the words to the end of the world.
That's right, man. Right. World Wide Web. All right? Because you connected.
Right. This is why they don't. How you were saying they can't vacuum the rug.
Yeah, she can't vacuum their
They
rug,
don't want
man.
to, listen to this word because this is John 3:18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth. Let me read it again. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already,
Right.
because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God, which
Yep.
the name is important.
Hey, every time you get a Scofield video, click on their site, and you'll see why they don't like Yahweh, why they don't like the prophets, man. Because they can't pull that bullshit, man. All right, they can't go to idolatry. They can't vacuum the carpet. They can't put his plug in another man's socket and shit. The socket from the back. All right, because they the children of Baal, man. All right, go ahead.
It says 19, and this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world.
Right.
And that's that what? Isaiah 8?
Yeah.
8 and 20.
There's no light in them.
And it says, and this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil.
And your deeds were evil. And their world is Israel, man. And light is Yahweh Shai, his teachers.
That's right.
All right, because they agents, they shadows, man. They agents and shadow, man. All right, these niggas don't want to get right, man. They like America, because America's a fun place.
The valley of the shadow of
Valley
death.
of shadow of death, man. They love. Oh, he that hate me love death. Somebody get that scripture, man. He that hate me love death, man. Right, these niggas love death, man. They like I said, Isaiah 28. The leaders of our people, they make a deal with death, man. All right.
Right. Verse 20 says, for everyone that doth evil hate the light, neither cometh to the light,
Yep.
lest his deeds be reproved.
Hey, what do Yahweh try to say? If they hate me, they're gonna hate you, man. It's in the book of John, man. So of course they gonna hate us. We ain't surprised you hate us. We love it that you hate. I get off on it, man. I be happy as shit. I hate you, Hebrews. I be laughing. Sometimes I be laughing and shit, smiling and shit, man.
Right, because they don't like this light, which is the truth,
Right.
because it exposes their wickedness.
Yeah.
Isaiah 58 says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, in the house of Israel their sin.
Yep.
They don't want to hear that your ass going off and doing this.
Right.
That's wicked. Don't do that. Oh man, they, like I said, they don't like the accountability which comes with the scriptures, because you can't pick up, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, I'm God's chosen people, and not do what the Lord said to do.
And then the dumb niggas gonna say, what's so significant about being, why you wanna be a chosen people? We are chosen people. You are better than everybody else and shit.
I got one more.
You niggas, man.
It says, verse
Right.
21, but he that doth truth, let me read that again. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light,
Right.
that his deeds may be manifested, that they are wrought in God. All right, so the light it reveals.
Yep.
All right, it says you can't light up a bushel and put it underneath the bed.
Right.
So they're gonna see these good works, like, damn, these are the men of the Lord.
Right.
Look at they don't commit adultery. They're not killing each other. They getting together. It ain't nobody getting murdered or nothing breaking out happening.
You got so-called Negroes and so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos together in unity and harmony, man.
Yeah. Habashai said, if we love one another, that the people are going to see that we are the disciples of Yahweh Shai if we
Right.
love one another.
Right.
Yep.
Because they never seen this before. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans all together in unity, man. All right? And I think some of them jealous of that shit too, man. I'm just talking as a man. Some of them might be jealous of that we come together, man.
That's that evil eye.
Yeah.
In the curses.
Bro.
They can't comprehend because their eye is evil.
Right.
They see themselves, they see somebody who looks like themselves, and they want to do harm to that person.
Right.
And that whole time, if that's your brother.
Right. You
So-
got a so-called Jamaican hating the so-called African American, vice versa. Or African American hating the so-called Haitian, man. They're really
Puerto
brothers.
Ricans versus Mexicans.
Right. Mexican versus Guatemalans.
Oh yeah, I see that a lot because I'm friend with a lot of friends with Ephraimites at my job. They're straight out tell me.
They'll get mad when they get called Mexican.
Yeah.
A Puerto Rican get called Mexican, he mad. A Mexican get called Puerto Rican, he want to fight you and
Right.
shit. Like,
Or so-called Haitian Levite talk about Judah, talk about America. You have no culture. You got no culture. Like, nigga, you ain't got no culture. You speaking French. What the fuck you talking about?
right.
Right.
But we're all the same people.
Right.
You know?
We are the same people, man.
That's that veil.
Yep. All right.
Covering cats.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's in Luke 11 and 17. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth.
And that's how Esau did it, man. He divided us during slavery, man. All right. Now, some say Willie Lynch a real person. Nah, but anyway, they separate the light-skinned slaves from the dark-skinned slaves. The slave with straight hair was from the afros and shit. All right. And the short one versus the big one, man. Oh, this person for the Caribbeans, this guy was already here. Then that guy was brought from Africa. You know, all that stuff, that difference, man. But hey, the Most High, he put that to rest, man. All right, because we gonna somebody get that Ezekiel 37.
Right here,
Yeah.
right here.
Right,
Start
go ahead.
at the top of this good.
Yeah, start at the top.
This the
I don't
book.
give a hell. They need to hear this.
This is the book of Ezekiel 37 and 1. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord
Right.
and sat me
Say
down.
your how.
It says, the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and sat me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
All right, this is America. Valley of Tribe Bones, America. Go ahead.
It says the
Low
call.
land. Now, you know what? The whole that go to Revelation 11 and 8.
Valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah. Somebody give me Revelation 11 and 8. All right. This is how you teach the Bible, man. This they call it. Y'all cherry picking. Yeah.
Hebrew hopscotch.
Hebrew hopscotch.
But they want to jump. They want to jump to John 3:16.
Right. Jump to John 3:16. Hey, somebody get Isaiah 20. Said precept upon precept.
I got it.
Oh, you dummies, man.
Revelation 11 and 8.
Right.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Talking about the Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. Go ahead. So lie in what?
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
The great city. America's a great place to be. America made our streets of gold. All the trade and stuff there.
Well, to the bloody city.
What is that? America got the greatest military.
Built this.
All right.
How wish I got the greatest.
Right. Yeah. How
Yahweh.
right. Assumedly, they got it. Really ain't shit. All right. Go ahead.
The great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, man. Sodom, you want to wrap in here. All right. In Egypt, everything built at Egypt from Washington D.C. You can see here in Chicago all the Egyptian influence and shit. When Esau want to honor you in America, like they honor George Washington Carver, they call him Pharaoh, man. All right. But that proved that this value of Shadow Devil talking about America, man. All right, go ahead.
Ezekiel 37 and 2, it says, it caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
All right, go ahead.
People being in a spiritually dead state.
Right. They zombies, man.
Yeah.
You ever see a dry ass zombie?
I got you right here.
Like that guy walking early, that guy was a zombie, man. Mr. Titan ass. All right.
This is Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Yep.
So when you don't have the understanding of the scriptures, which what's that? John 6. He said, "The words I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life."
Right.
So the word is what brings you to life. It quickeneth. The word quickeneth. It means to bring brought to life.
Yep.
You know, so
it's Sarnell that keep talking about. I think it's Ezekiel chapter 18. The Most High call you a Morite. I mean, you Canaanites. You just like Africans. That's example. That's example that nigga being dead, man. He had no
spiritually
understanding.
dead. Right. So he'll be considered a zombie.
Yeah.
But you ain't alive until you understand this true word.
Yeah.
Have the full understanding.
That's what that zombie movie's about, man. Cause we're the zombies seeking knowledge. Brains. All right. They also go with the script. It's in Amos chapter 8 verse 9 that you go from seek looking for the word and stuff.
Shall not find it.
Yeah, that's what those zombies do. They go around seeking brains, knowledge, man. All right. Another good example is Poltergeist. Carol Ann, she represents the light. She represents the scriptures, man. And those demons represent you 2/3 looking for that knowledge, man.
Real quick, let me read this one.
Go
since
ahead.
I quoted it. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So having the understanding of these words is what brings you back to life. All right. And then in that Ezekiel, Ezekiel seen Israelites not having the understanding of who they are.
He seen a vision of us today.
Right.
In American clothes. And
You
shit.
probably see Jake with their pants hanging off their ass, bitches with their titties out,
titties out,
you know,
weave and shit.
And I believe in that same chapter, that Revelation 11, it talks about how the heathens, would not suffer them to be put in graves, loosely paraphrasing, You know how people being spiritually dead. You know how people, even the heathens know who we are, but we don't. You know?
And let me, the Lord qualifies that. Yasharala just brought that out about the spirit quickening. Down a little bit, John 6:44, it reads, no man can come to me except the Father which has sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day.
He quoted, right? So the spirit, he didn't on the throne, he was in the spirit. Hey, man, it jumped on him, man. He can't help it, man. That's crazy. Can't resist. All right, go ahead.
That was it on that.
That was it. All right, so you can't contact the Father that you've been to be the elect, man. Chosen. All right, ain't no, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna make myself get this.
I'm gonna go to a school and pay for it.
I'm gonna take notes and see what the Hebrew is like.
Hey, that's what that one dude did. I forget his name. He went to I think he went to Peter. He's like, man, how much the Holy Spirit gonna cost?
Oh, Simon.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like you going to a theologian's cemetery.
Right.
Seminary school.
Right.
You pay all these thousands of dollars to get understanding of the scriptures. It don't work like that.
Right.
This is James.
Go get your money back.
This is James 1:17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
Right. So, somebody get Amos grade 7, right? So if the Heavenly Father deal with you, man, you ain't gonna get this download, man. Ain't no sin up to I'm gonna try and get this. You can try, you won't. You ain't gonna get it, man. Yeah. Hey, you go lift weights if you want to. You don't got that knowledge how to eat the right foods and the herbs and the different.
Get enough sleep.
Get enough sleep and how to break down
do
muscle.
the exercise the right way.
The right. Because when you lift weights, you don't do this. You curve like that. Yeah, you don't do that.
Swinging the weight and shit, think they doing something.
You do it like this, and you slowly lay it down and stuff. Cause people think when you build a muscle by curving. No, you build a muscle when you release it, man. All right, that's another secret. All right, so yeah, man. Then you gotta get no rest and shit, man. All right.
Yep. Of his own will, he begat us with the word of truth. Of his own will, he begat us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures.
Right. All right. So you ain't gonna get it unless the Heavenly Father get it. I got the aim on it. And the elect is first fruits. Yep. All right. We hope we're the elect. And this is scary, man, because a lot of brothers dropped out, man, this year. That was some scary shit. Yeah. Brothers you think solid and shit like that, they bugged out their mans, man.
Those are the bad fishes.
Yeah. And it happened. It always happened like round Passover time, man. It always happen. Yeah. Or when the elders get here, it kind of happened. I think yeah. Also, yeah. But anyway, it happened around the Passover. Let's get bugged out. All right, go ahead.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, prophets.
Secret of servants, prophets, man. All right, how you figure you're in the ears like you're a bunch of West Africans, right? So once I put the spirit on us to link up, hey, this is us in Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26, and then if you look at the customs of the natives of West Africa, the natives here in America, you say, oh, these are ears like, oh, they doing the customs, oh, bam, they fit the curses, bam, they fit that prophecy, that prophecy, that prophecy. But on the elect's gonna get this, man.
And mind you, that Amos 3:7, surely he revealed his secrets unto his servants the prophets.
Right.
That lets you know that the Lord, what's that, Ecclesiastes 1, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
So the Lord, Yahweh, sent the prophets back.
Right.
What's that in Malachi?
Yeah. Get Daniel chapter 12, stand your lot.
Malachi, the last chapter, he was going to send you Elijah before the great and terrible day of the Lord.
Yeah.
That was him sending
Abba
Abba
Bib.
you know?
I got one. It's Malachi chapter 4, and verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh.
Right.
And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
And what happened? Abba Bibis helped found that school, the original Universal Practical. Universal. They used to call it Universal Israeli Practical Knowledge, One West. All right, but yeah, and with him and the rest of the elders, man. All right, that's when Jake started waking up in 1969. They also teach on the streets, man. And then the elders came to school. Then the elders started teaching like in the 80s and stuff. It's an old video. Elder Tahar, like 28, 29 years old, man. All black hair and stuff. They all built up. He used to wear boxes and shit. Big old hands, everything, man. All right. He got some old videos of him, man, doing that. Then they kind of like when the year 2000 came, a lot of J fell out because they ain't understand the prophecy and shit. But it said when you go Revelation chapter 7, it says go back to 4 winds. Because my election is still we wasn't waking up yet. That's why at the year 2000 probably that happened because the elect was still.
And also the scripture says, do much